Let me now get you the latest numbers overall in COVID cases. So the active cases in the country at this point of time are 22,91,428 in the country. 1,84,657 recoveries. Are deaths that have taken place. I apologize. The deaths are 1,84,657. But recoveries are staggering. 1,34,880 recoveries. So people are recovering if you follow COVID appropriate behavior, and that is what doctors are advising. Even if you test positive, you don't have to rush to a hospital. Only if your oxygen level falls below 94 is when you need medical intervention. Otherwise, you can consult a doctor, stay at home, remain hydrated. These are some measures that you can take at home. Remaining isolated is extremely important. And let me now get you some good news on the vaccination front. In less than 48 hours, India will formally open up vaccine registration process for all above the age of 18. You can register on the CoWIN portal. The registration process remains the same as earlier. The important point this time is that even your employer can book a vaccine for you and for your family. More centers and private facilities are being added. More options, which includes vaccines like Sputnik V. They will be added very soon. In fact, Sputnik's manufacturers have been telling India today that May, June and July there will be a massive ramping up, and Sputnik V will be available along with Covishield and Covaxin. Universal vaccination drive starts on the 1st of May. And my colleague Nabila Jamal now explains how you can move forward. And how does this vaccination for all above 18 work?
Now, I'm going to take you through some insight into how exactly to get vaccinated. Some simple steps. Of course, you need to first register yourself on the CoWIN app. In fact, register on the portal there and then get a date for the vaccination. It will give you a date. Choose a date and reach the chosen vaccine center in time. And then get your vaccine shot, of course. And after getting a vaccine shot, wait for about 30 minutes after the jab, because it's important that post the jab, your symptoms should be and must be monitored. So wait around for about 30 minutes. And then, of course, you could leave, but not before getting a date for your second jab, your second dose of the vaccine.
And how does registration work on the CoWIN app? India Today's Milan Sharma spoke to R.S. Sharma, the CoWIN app chief, on this vaccination for all initiative.
What are the preparations that CoWIN and the government is now going to make to scale up vaccination for those above the age of 18 years?
Well, thank you, Milan, for having me on your channel. I think from 1st of May, the third phase of vaccination is going to begin in this country. And we are now enlarging the coverage to 18 years onwards, 18 years plus. And the necessary changes are being made in the CoWIN platform to take care of those increased requirements, both in terms of, its broad logic, as also in terms of the infrastructure at the back end.
So what kind of changes are being made at this point? Will the registrations remain the same?
Yes, registration will remain the same. Earlier, the registrations of people who were less than 45 years of age were not accepted. Now the system will accept the registration of people with 18 years plus age, and that should start within the next 48 hours. That's one change which is going to happen. Second is that, as soon as the centers which are going to offer vaccinations of people to people more than 18 years and above, they will have to register on the CoWIN portal and publish their schedule and timetable, because then and only then people who are registering on the platform will be able to make appointments with those centers.
So, sir, are we looking at addition of more centers now that all above 18 years will also be getting vaccinated? Will there be adding of more centers to the app?
You are aware of the latest policy of the government, central government, which basically mandates that 50% of the vaccines will continue to be purchased and procured by the central government and will continue to be distributed free of cost to people of 45 years plus, and the rest 50% of the supply will be sort of distributed among the states, among the sort of private hospitals, and also the corporate industrial houses, which will be able to cater to the requirements of 18 years plus, or whatever age they decide, at whatever prices they decide to offer their services. So that part is also being factored in. Only thing I must inform you that the COVID does not concern itself with the pricing and payments, etc. So it's only ensuring that every vaccination which takes place in the country is appropriately recorded, and a record is kept so that at a larger level, and even for the policymakers at the state level and hospital level, etc., they are aware about the numbers and the statistics in terms of the gender, age, vaccine type, etc. So that's what is being planned.
So far in our country, people were getting either the Covaxin jab or the Covishield jab. But in the coming months, May onwards, there'll also be Sputnik V. Subsequently, there will also be other players in the market. And India Today's Nabila Jamal now tells us the options that will be available both at government hospitals and, of course, privately.
As the COVID-19 cases in the country surge, we're looking at a few vaccines that are currently made available and a few that's still under trial. Now, this is India's arsenal here. Covishield, which is currently used widely but still under restricted use. And then you have the Covaxin again, which is widely used in the country, but again, restricted use where the government has used it, has supplied it to hospitals only. Now, Sputnik V is another vaccine which has been given a nod again for restricted usage. Again, the common man cannot access it. Zydus's Zycov-D. This vaccine is currently on phase 3 trials. Another vaccine that India would soon see is Johnson & Johnson single dose to be seeking a trial, seeking a nod for trial yet. They yet to get a nod there, while India's mRNA has gotten a nod already for trials. Nasal vaccine, Bharat Biotech has now got a nod for trials. They're now just about begun their trials there, while Serum's Covovax is currently on phase 3 trials.
Now, as India gears up to open vaccination for all, how many vaccines are being manufactured? Will there be enough? India Today's Rahul Kanwal spoke to Serum Institute's Aadhar Poonawala on several issues, including pricing and availability.
The question, of course, is what will the price of these vaccines be? You'd earlier mentioned 1,000 rupees. Your companies put out a press release saying in private hospitals it will be 600, state governments 400. Can you explain the rationale of your pricing decision?
Yes. So we have also disclosed a table and a chart of what global vaccine prices are at, which is, usually more than $10 or $20, which is upwards of 700-800 rupees. And some going into 2,000 to 3,000 rupees per dose. Now, we have chosen not to make, or take advantage of the situation by charging a 1,000 rupee price, which is what I originally hoped I would do. That is something we could look at after 6 months or 7 months when the pandemic is sort of easing down, when we sell in the private market. Right now, we're selling to the state governments and private hospitals, which we feel we need to, in our philanthropic nature, which we've always believed in giving affordable healthcare products, that we substantially bring it down, from 1,000 rupees to 400 rupees for state governments, and as you rightly said, 600 rupees for private hospitals. So That is why we have done that as a gesture to support the people so that everyone can afford these products.
So if you have questions about how does this vaccination for all work, let me quickly once again cut across to India Today's Nabila Jamal for the FAQs.
Now, I'm going to take you through some of those facts here on the vaccination drive. So, 18 plus will now be allowed to get vaccinated. How do you really get an appointment to get your vaccine jab? You, of course, need to register first on the CoWIN app. Then, any changes in the process? Well, no. It's the same process, the same IDs, any government ID that you can carry with you, like the previous age groups. Even any adult now can show the same valid documents to get your jab. Will there be a rush at the jab center? Now, more private and government centers are being added only to avoid that rush. Of course, the entire population are now eligible, so there could be a rush. How is the government widening vaccination drive? Well, employers can now book for the staff and family. So contact your employer. Possibly they might just book it in mass. Now, will I get more vaccine options? Of course, there are several vaccines that are still under trial in India, apart from Covishield and Covaxin. Sputnik V is also coming soon into India. Of course, the permission emergency use nod has already been given. We're looking at some of the foreign jabs also to likely get an approval in due course of time.
And let me now get you the latest when it comes to the oxygen situation in and around the national capital. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has thanked the centre for raising the city's oxygen quota. Now, addressing the media on the current situation in the national capital, Arvind Kejriwal said that the centre has helped the government in the last 2-3 days and assured that oxygen supply would be smooth. Although the centre has raised the national capital's oxygen quota from 378 metric tons to 480 metric tons on Wednesday, several hospitals continue to struggle. Replenishment remains a huge challenge. Now, major healthcare facilities, they received fresh stock overnight, but the smaller hospitals are still having to grapple with the shortage of oxygen supply amid spiraling COVID-19 cases. The Delhi High Court has resumed hearing on the plea filed by Max Hospital over the ongoing oxygen crisis in Delhi. Several hospitals, a part of the Max Hospital chain, across Delhi were almost running out of oxygen yesterday.
दिल्ली सरकार ने अपना एक एस्टिमेशन लगाया जिसके हिसाब से दिल्ली को रोज़ाना 700 टन ऑक्सीजन की ज़रूरत है। केंद्र सरकार ने हमारा कोटा कल तक 378 टन तय किया हुआ था। ये कोटा कल शाम को बढ़ा के 480 टन कर दिया है केंद्र सरकार ने। इसके लिए हम केंद्र सरकार के बहुत बहुत आभारी हैं। हालांकि हमें अभी और भी काफ़ी ऑक्सीजन चाहिए, लेकिन केंद्र सरकार ने जितना भी बढ़ाया है उसके लिए हम उनका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं। दिल्ली वाला हरियाणा की मदद करे, हरियाणा वाला बिहार की मदद करे, बिहार वाला गुजरात की मदद करे। हम सारे लोग अगर एक दूसरे की मदद करेंगे तभी तो भारत बचेगा। और अगर इतनी मुश्किल घड़ी में भी हम सारे एक दूसरे से लड़ने लग गए तो अगर भारत राज्यों में बट गया इस समय तो फिर भारत को कौन बचाएगा। मेरी सारी नागरिकों से अपील है, सारी सरकारों से अपील है कि आइए मिलके एक होके लड़ते हैं। अगर हम मिलके लड़े एक मुट्ठी बनेगी, हमारे सारे संसाधन मिलके एक साथ इस्तेमाल होंगे, हमारी ताकत बढ़ेगी, हमारी शक्ति बढ़ेगी। और अगर हम बट गए तो फिर कोई हमें नहीं बचा पाएगा।
दिल्ली में देखो पिछले 3 दिन से ऑक्सीजन की बहुत गंभीर समस्या चल रही है। कल सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने एलोकेशन बढ़ाई है। अभी सभी राज्यों की एलोकेशन सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कर रहा है। तो दिल्ली का जो कोटा फिक्स किया था वो कम था, उससे ज़्यादा रिक्वायरमेंट है। और अब कल रात तो सारी रात क्राइसिस रहा, पूरी रात मैं खुद भी लगा रहा। कई अस्पतालों के अंदर बिल्कुल ऑक्सीजन ऑलमोस्ट ख़त्म हो गई थी, तो सब जगह थोड़ी करके भिजवाई गई। तो ऑक्सीजन क्राइसिस अगर 1-2 दिन में खत्म होता है तो फिर काफ़ी बड़ी संख्या में बढ़ जाएगा।
अभी क्या स्थिति है दिल्ली के अस्पतालों में, कितने घंटे की ऑक्सीजन का पाया है?
अलग अलग है, किसी में 6 घंटे है, किसी में 8 घंटे, किसी में 10 घंटे, किसी में 12 घंटे।
The situation in Delhi hospitals remains very seriously grim. We're here at the Rajiv Gandhi Super Speciality Hospital right now. where the oxygen tanker has come in around 15 minutes, 20 minutes ago, and the tanker is filling up their oxygen supply for this hospital. But we are also getting information from the police here that the GTB hospital is also running short of oxygen, and now frantic calls are being made to sort of either divert some of this supply there or bring another tanker. Mata Chanan Devi Hospital in Janakpuri has also been saying that they've run out of oxygen and their tanker is stuck at the Rajasthan border. Apparently, the police there is not allowing the tanker to cross into Delhi. So now calls are being made to the police to handle this as well. What we've been seeing since this morning with this tanker for Rajiv Gandhi Hospital as well is that transportation of these oxygen tankers between states is a huge problem. And the same situation is coming in now from the other tankers that are supposed to come in from Rajasthan, from Haryana, that there seems to be some problem with coordination between states. And that is exactly why the High Court had last night wrapped the central government as well as the Delhi government and said that there has to be coordination, there has to be communication, do whatever it is that you need to do, but ensure that oxygen supply reaches. So with big hospitals in the city now still worried about oxygen because this supply is only going to last for about 20 hours, and tomorrow morning again same situation may arise if the tanker is not allowed to cross over to Delhi from Uttar Pradesh.
Many of the small hospitals in the national capital are still struggling to find ample supply of oxygen for COVID patients. We are in Anand Vihar area right now, and this is Pushpanjali Medical Center. Nearly 37 patients of COVID are admitted here, and this hospital since last night struggled a lot to find oxygen supply for its patients, and in the morning they were able to get the oxygen supply from a nearby dealer. This is a situation when the court slammed the center due to lack of oxygen supply in Delhi, and the big hospitals, the major hospitals are getting supplies from the nearby industrial areas in Haryana and Uttar Pradesh, but the small hospitals are still struggling to keep up the pace of the oxygen cylinder supply. With camera person Ravikant Totawar in Delhi, this is Abhishek Anand reporting for India Today.
And there is an SOS that has gone out from multiple hospitals in Delhi and in the NCR. But let me also take you to Maharashtra, which is facing an acute shortage of oxygen. Now, India Today went to an oxygen supply plant to understand why this crisis was so severe. Take a look at this plant in Raigad. The people who are managing this said there is a supply shortfall of 25%. The demand has actually doubled, if not increased more. Hospital authorities in Pune say they're unable to access the required number of oxygen cylinders at this stage. Now, Maharashtra Health Minister Rajesh Tope said 500 metric tons of oxygen has been requested for from the center due to the increase in demand from various hospitals in the state.
What is the present status of demand and supply of oxygen in Maharashtra? To do the ground reality check, we are at one of the main oxygen filling plant in Pune district in Chakan industrial area. Here you can see filling of oxygen in jumbo cylinders is going on. Hundreds of such jumbo cylinders are being refilled over here. This is the Raigad Gas Filling Agency near Pune city. Now, what is the capacity if compared with last year's first wave? Let's understand from one of the main workers over here. पिछले साल कितनी आपकी फिलिंग कैपेसिटी थी, इस बार कितनी फिलिंग कैपेसिटी हो गई है?
अगले बार हमारे फिलिंग के अंदर 1 घंटे के अंदर 50 से 55 सिलेंडर निकल रहा था. आज के डेट में हम लोग 1 घंटे के अंदर 150 से 160 सिलेंडर पर घंटा फिलिंग निकल रहे हैं.
What would you say, sir? What is your filling oxygen filling capacity and how much has it changed if compared with last year?
Our planned location is in Chakan now. My tank capacity is 20 KL. We are getting around 15 KL per day now in this period.
Has your demand increased?
Demand is increasing by 40% now. Rather than get previous corona periods.
आप क्या बताएंगे कितना ऑक्सीजन की आपको आवश्यकता है रोज़ाना और कितना मिल रहा है?
मुझे रोज़ का 80 से 70 से 80 से जंबो सिलेंडर लगता है, लेकिन मुझे डेली 85 सिलेंडर आता है। तो वो ऊपर का जो सिलेंडर रहता है, तो हम खुद डायरेक्टर है हॉस्पिटल के, तो भी उसके लिए हम आना पड़ता है। तो अभी लिक्विड जो गैस रहता है उसका प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, इसीलिए इधर भी सुबह 11 बजे से आए हम, अभी तक नहीं मिला है। शाम को अब 1 घंटे में हमारा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगा।
They are falling short of almost 25% of supply from the main suppliers. So here we could understand that yes, there is shortage, but the shortage is in form of buffer stock, and there is problem in distribution network as well as rotation of such cylinders, which is causing shortage of oxygen for the state of Maharashtra.
So there is this acute shortage of oxygen. What's being done about this? Let me once again bring in India Today's Nabila Jamal as she gives us details about the efforts being made to boost oxygen supply quota by the centre.
As the centre now receives SOS calls from most states citing oxygen shortage, we're looking at the centre now supplying fresh dose of oxygen, fresh supplies to several states. I'm going to take you through here the old quota and the new quota. Previously in Delhi, the national capital, it had 378 metric tons of oxygen supply. Now with the centre supplying fresh stock, we're looking at 480 metric tons of oxygen. Now Maharashtra, we're looking at previously at 1,646 metric ton of oxygen supply that was previously. Now with fresh supplies, they have now 1,661 metric tons of oxygen. We're looking at Madhya Pradesh, 445 metric ton previously, which is now upped to 543 metric ton. Punjab here, we're looking at 126 metric ton previously. They've got now fresh supply of 136 metric ton. The same Andhra Pradesh, we're looking at 360 metric ton previously that they had. Now it's upped to 440 metric ton, while you have Uttarakhand at 83 metric ton previously, now 103 metric ton of fresh supply. Haryana, we're looking at 156 metric ton that they had previously. They've now got fresh supply of 162 metric ton. Uttar Pradesh, we're looking at 751 metric ton that they had previously. Now it's increased to 753 metric ton.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.